In the 6th month of Elizabeth's pregnancy, God sent the angel Gabriel to the Galilean village of Nazareth, to a virgin engaged to be married to a man who was descended from David. His name was Joseph, and the virgin's name Mary. Upon entering, Gabriel greeted her. "Greetings. You're beautiful with God's beauty, beautiful inside and out. God be with you." She was thoroughly shaken, wondering what was behind a greeting like that. But the angel assured her, "Mary, you have nothing to fear. God has a surprise for you. You will become pregnant and give birth to a son, and call his name Jesus. He will be great, be called Son of the Highest. The Lord God will give him the throne of his father David. He will rule Jacob's house forever. No end, ever to his kingdom."
Before the angel Gabriel appeared to Mary, just an ordinary teenage girl from a small village called Nazareth. Nazareth was a quiet place. Probably at that time only 400 people lived there. You see more people at your school than you do at Nazareth. Every day, probably much the same. But I'm sure Mary dreamt of what life could be as she grew into an adult. I wonder, did she dream of that picture-perfect wedding with a party that lasts for a week? She dreams of a loving husband, always there for her whenever she needs him, and a house full of well-behaved children, running around, loving the washing up and the chores, learning how to become carpenters just like their father Joseph. She would have a long, fulfilling village life, and then as she grew older, the kids would be there to take care of her, because she would raise them right. But dreams never quite turn out how we imagine, especially when an angel appears, and you've been chosen to give birth to the Son of God, who would become the world's greatest king. I mean, surely that is just stuff of fairy tales. But this is no fairy tale. For when God shows up, everything changes. Now she would dream of her son healing the sick, giving sight to the blind. She could dream of him bringing justice to the poor and the oppressed. She could dream of him changing the world with his wisdom, his power and might. She could dream of him walking in the presence of the Son of God every day. But even then, probably no way she could have dreamt of the path that Jesus would take as he carried his cross, giving his life as a sacrifice for our sins so that we could be in good relationship with God our Father. Not even in her wildest dreams would she ever imagine that Jesus would come back to life 3 days later, raised from death to everlasting life, and invite all who believe to join in him. No. Some dreams are surely too far-fetched. But then, when you say yes to God, the impossible can happen, like a virgin giving birth to the Son of God Most High.